Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? We are back on track because it is Wednesday night and it is time to get into some more Cobra Kai. What's up, Andy? You ready to chop it up tonight?
Oh yeah, we got some good Johnnyisms here, and then you know when the show starts off real happy, where you're like, yes, this is everything I wanted. You know how it's gonna end.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way. And yeah, back to back episodes. I am absolutely loving this season. I mean, the last episode was amazing. This one was fantastic. Didn't drop off a bit. I'm loving it. Yeah, this is incredible. We got it going on. Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 3, and this one's called Then Learn Fly. And the new fighting platform is complete, and the two dojos waste no time putting it to use. And both of them seem to be respecting each other's style and usefulness for the time being. But like you were just saying, we know this unity can't last, right?
Right. It can't. Never
Just,
does.
and I'm not sure if it's more like the times we're in or just like naturally off-putting. But when Daniel offered Johnny the chopsticks and Johnny refused them and then just stuck his fingers in the bento bowl, I would have lost my shit.
Oh, dude, I cracked up laughing because he not only did he just stick his hand in there, like he just grabbed it, he went and then did it. Like he licked his fingers first and stuck them in there.
Oh,
That
dude.
was the funniest shit.
Yeah, we would have been fighting. Messed up. It would have been on. What's up, Sammy Morningstar? I see you out there. Jake Cruz in the house. What's up? Oh yeah, it's incredible, dude. Yeah, that'll just lost my shit right there. And then Johnny did find a way to like compromise and make it through meditation, but with a nice frosty one. You think Daniel saw that, or was Johnny smooth enough to keep it hidden?
No, he had to have known. Dude, you could smell open beer in a room.
Right? You would have to. That was so slick. Everybody meditating. My man Johnny just sipping on a frosty one. I was like, oh, amazing. How do you like that when Daniel had on the pads and Johnny like went up into the crane kick pose?
Dude, that was funny too. Like just the back and forth was, kind of funny. Where it's like they're still kind of like joking with each other, but it's friendly. I like all that.
But they can't, like we said, they can't stay friendly too long. But they do seem to be respecting each other for the time being.
Right. There's at least that. And we see in this episode, like, they get along, even with their, like, joking and feuding. It's becoming more like an anime rival rather than, like, a real rival. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Daniel caved and ate Johnny's form of gas station food, a ham sandwich. You know I was thinking of you right then. I was like, I remember, like, his stepdad looking at his fridge saying how like the meat was expired and then picturing like that ham juice pouring out all over his rug. I'm just like, I'm not eating
that. Dude, I would eat it.
Yeah, no, you'd eat gas station food too. That's what I was thinking of you. I was like, oh my God, dude, that scene was too much.
Right. I was like, yeah, that was a good ham sandwich. I thought that was just like a callback to like where he didn't want ham at the house. Like I'm too good for packaged ham.
But he looked like he enjoyed it. So, I mean, there you go. Learn something new every day, but I'm not eating that sandwich. Oh, my God. How sweet is Johnny's new paint job? Like, the eagle thing is fierce on his car.
Bro, that's a wrap.
He said that's a wrap. That's not a paint job.
Right? Yeah. It's awesome. I'm going to get me an eagle fang tattoo.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is. He said, I'll get the whole tattoo. I'd eat it and love it, Samuel said. He said, give me the ham sandwich. Oh, man, my favorite nachos are still gas station made.
Dude, yeah, where you push the button and the cheese comes out, that's like plastic or something. Tastes so good, though.
Oh, God, just nothing but health.
You got to do that on, like, the hot dog. You get the hot dog, and then you just take the button cheese and you dump it on there, and you eat it that way.
Oh, my God. And then to top it off, see what I did there? Half vegetarian Daniel's like, you sure you have enough meat on here? And Johnny's all, there's 4 different kind of animals on there. That's a man's pizza. I was just like, dude, he is amazing. I mean, just everything.
Were you like trying to figure out like what the animals were?
No, I didn't go that deep into
it. That's immediately what I thought. I was like, you could like 3 different animals. What's the 4th one?
Squirrel. Yeah, I have no idea. That's crazy. Oh my god! And then that was clean when Johnny like flicked his cap at Daniel and Daniel just snagged it out of midair. It looks like catching that fly with the chopsticks wasn't just a fluke.
Right.
That was
That's funny because like me and like my brother used to do that all the time. And I'll like play a game like that. And we broke windows doing that with quarters.
straight Hawkeye on it.
Yeah, like I can snap a quarter so hard like I could break a window with it.
But you'll put your eye out with that.
Yeah.
Wasn't Johnny talking for the whole audience when he asked Anthony, "Who are you?" Like Anthony's like, "It's called a growth spurt, dickhead."
He's like, "You switched to Whopper Juniors." I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, dude, that was amazing.
And then the whatever he says, you know, it's called a growth spurt, dickhead. He's like, still an asshole. Yeah, still the same asshole.
Oh, it's so perfect, so perfect. And shout out to another great Johnnyism. Like everybody's congratulating Miguel on getting straight A's and everything, and Johnny's all, "Yeah, total nerd," but he says it with such love, like it's all good. It's amazing.
Dude, this is like the perfect scene for me because that's what I say about my daughter. Like, I'll be like, "Nerd!" Like, whenever she's talking about her grades or something, she's like, "I love doing science and math, and I want to go to school, whatever." I'm like, "Nerd."
Jake's even asking, "What 4 meats could they be?" He's like, "You got the pepperoni, you got the ham, you got the sausage."
He said 4 animals.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing that gets me. And like, I get you could have 4 different meats on there. You said 4 different animals.
He said, "Once you get past pig, where are we going with this?"
Right.
Oh, that's amazing. He's like, "I can snap a playing card, but not both." Oh, wow. Not bottle caps. Yeah, the bottle caps hurt if you don't do them right. Rip your fingers apart. He said, "Nerds rule. Get your nerd card out." Oh, man. But yeah, I was just crying. Like the Johnnyisms were just strong and hot right out of the gate. It was amazing. And Miguel has been kind of a spoiled. He was being kind of a spoiled little dick, wasn't he? Like he's got those Stanford ambitions with like a community college budget. Like Mama can't afford that shit. You're not new. What was that all about?
Right, like it seemed like begging to LaRusso, but it kind of works. It doesn't work out like he thinks, but it does kind of work out in like the episode as we go on. Like dropping that hint, that's a good learning experience. What kids want and what kids need,
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. It's like he's begging for it, and it's like Daniel sees him coming like from a mile away, and just kind of turns it, like Daniel's talking about. He circles it, just kind of pivots and moves, and like, hey, my mom didn't have anything. I wasn't fed with a silver spoon. I had to earn all this, so you can too. And can I say that I just hate Miguel's new hairdo? Like, when did him and Robbie switch haircuts?
Yeah, dude, and Miguel looking thick, boy. He switched to double whoppers.
Yeah, I think he's about to hit a growth spurt himself because he's starting to pack on the pounds a little bit there, getting a little chubby. Oh man, after the dinner, Sam was looking some kind of way too. Like, what do you think was going through her mind? Like, maybe she's getting tired of Miguel, or she's getting tired of her dad, or what's going on with Sam?
I think we find this out later. Like he wants her to be whatever way. He basically wants her to be like Miguel, but she's not. She's like, and she's just following along. She's doing what she's supposed to, but that's not really her. And I think that's like what kind of brings it out. Like that's how her and Johnny can connect.
I like that. You sign a piece of paper. It's like getting in is the only hard part. What was that on? Sign a piece of paper. Getting in is the only hard part. Getting into what?
School, I think.
Oh, feel it. Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah, I see what he's saying. Talking about the colleges. Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, he's got the grades. He's straight A's. But, man, yeah. Trying to get those college loans and then never pay them back. We then get a little scene on how Terry still has some demons that he's battling about his past. And it kind of makes Kreese pushing him with the mind games even crueler, doesn't it?
Right. Like, and we just know that's how Kreese is, though, right? Like, just is that way. And he knows how to push buttons.
And we already know from how far Terry went in the first place, like battling this little kid, like you were saying, that he's not truly mentally stable. He's not all there. What's up, Lindar? I see you out there. How you doing? So yeah, it's like how unstable is Terry Crews? Because I mean, he might be like out of it by the end of it. Like he seems like he's really got some mental problems going on.
Right, like, I don't know, like, like the analogy on True Detective, where he's like, I feel like I'm the coyote running off a cliff, and as long as I don't look down, like I can keep running. That's what Terry Silver's doing. Like, and then, Kreese got him to look down. Well, now you can't run anymore. You realize there's no ground there.
I like that. There you go. And then back at Cobra Kai, we get another old school callback as like a frightened Kenny walks through the doors looking for a way to defend himself against the bullies, kind of the same exact way Daniel did all those years ago. How'd you like that tie-in?
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, these are amazing. And then Kreese gives Kenny a shot at a spot in the quiver, but he doesn't fare so well. He has no idea how to fight. Like, was that fair for him to do that?
Yeah, well, if you have to have some selection process, right?
I mean, no. You're looking for students. Like, he was begging for students at first. He should be happy.
Nah, Kreese, he stole students.
Yeah, he stole them, but I mean, he needs the quiver to grow. And I mean, if you just kick everybody out that comes looking through the door, Kenny looks like a prime student, like one you'd really want.
Well,
not for like one of your best fighters, but another paycheck and something to help out.
Nah, he knows that if he wins, if he wins, then it doesn't matter. He'll get students.
It's just all about the All Valley. Yeah, he'll grow from there. Right. It's funny to see the different outlooks of the kids. Like Miguel doesn't see himself as good enough, but like Hawk sees him as the absolute man for no other reason than being the All Valley champ. Like, and again, like, can somebody get that boy some clippers? Every time I see Miguel, it's driving me nuts. With this but freaking, I mean, isn't that funny though? How like he doesn't think he's good enough for LaRusso's daughter or basically anything, and then like Hawk looks at him like he's the absolute man just because he's the champ. Like I like the different outlooks they were showing.
Right.
You shouldn't just run away, but you have to pay the bills. Right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you already got too many Tories in there not paying something. You got to get some students in there with a paycheck.
Well, he's going to end up there 100%, though. Like, that's it.
Yeah. It was funny how nobody cared about winning Daniel's little test, like, just so they could lead the class. But then when he adds on, they also get to pick out the flavor of Gatorade. Then they're all excited and shit. Just the mindset of kids.
Right, and maybe that has something to do with Johnny's kind of class. Maybe leading class means getting your ass kicked. Like, you don't,
That's the other thing I was thinking. That's awesome. Okay, so I noticed every time a conflict becomes resolved, another one starts up. Absolutely, that's what keeps the show moving. Keeps it amazing.
That's why it's a teen drama, man.
Absolutely amazing. And then Miguel falling in, and then Daniel saying that he was wet behind the ears. That scene seemed a little forced. Like
cringe.
Yeah, exactly. That took me out of it. I was like, they didn't need that scene. That was forced. But what was Johnny thinking? Like having the Miyagi-Dos attempt something so dangerous like that? Like he knows Danny Boy would have lost his shit if Sam's came home with so much as a twisted ankle.
Doesn't matter. Like that's the thing. Isn't that the point of striking first, strike hard? A counter is always an option if you strike first. If you just go in, failure is an option, right? You could fail. And so he's like, this is my method. This is how I do things. So we're going to do it. Like, I want to teach these kids something that they're not learning over there.
Yeah, he said when he tipped the boat with Daniel. Oh, he said the same when he tipped that boat with Daniel, basically. Yeah. But, I mean, a little different falling from, the ridge of a boat into the water, that little canoe into the water, than jumping 14 nates high over this building to the next one.
No way, man. I'm telling you, it has to be, there has to be some level of danger. That's like freaking Eagle Fang's method. Dude, he had him going in a cement mixer.
Oh, the worst. He's released rabid dogs on him. Like,
right.
Are you kidding me? Running through like jagged metal that's probably got tetanus on it. Like, he's done everything wrong.
Right.
I mean, his kids are badasses, but I'm with Linda. Johnny went too far with that jump in the building.
No way, dude. I would have done it. Dude, the mattresses, they're like old, like this thick mattresses too.
Oh my God, yeah, they're not gonna break any falls. He's like, what if we miss? He's like, try not to. Oh, so Johnny. And
Dude,
then we
I
got
love
another
it.
great Johnnyism, like an eagle doesn't wait for a fish to jump into his feet. Talons. It's not talent, it's instinct. I was just loving it, dude.
Dude, what's that guy's name? What's the dude that said talons? Dimitri. He looks like someone drawing a picture of a mime. Like that is what he looks like to me. His like lips are too red. He has the head shape. I'm like, man, he looks like someone drawing a mime. I couldn't figure out for the longest time. I'm like, what the hell does he look like? That's what he looks like.
Oh man, I was tripping on like when they were all like fighting with the kids and they're all doing it. Like the big brother man that was in there, like he was just kind of throwing his arms all straight when he was punching out. It looked so awkward. I was like, what was that? And then Daniel like gives him a fake shot to the nads and then one up to the face real quick in the end. I was like, you should have done it because this kid needs some more training. But what if we fall? That's what the mattresses are for. That was so great. Oh man, back in Cobra Kai, Kenny brings up a great point. Like, how is he supposed to fight with no training? Like, it's obviously what he came in to learn. So again, I don't know. I didn't see why Kreese was so hard on him. I know he's training for the All Valley, but come on.
No, you gotta be hard on him.
I mean, that's how he got Johnny. That's how Daniel went in there. It's like, this is how you get your students, and now you're chasing them away. You ain't got that many kids in there. And we hear nothing much has changed with Hawk. Like, he's still a hooligan talking about, I know a restaurant with a fish tank. We can go crash it.
That was the best. I was like, that's hilarious. He just wants to get better.
Oh, man. Just going to go into some random restaurant and start digging through their fish tank and trying to catch it with your bare hands. Like, can you imagine?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
And then Miguel gets a call from Mama, and she's having car troubles, and Daniel to the rescue. Is Miguel gonna like come to realize that Daniel's a more successful man and like want to start shaping his life after him instead of Johnny?
Well, he has aspirations for that. Like that's his. We see that he has aspirations for doing that. That would be what would make him happy, and maybe he goes the same route, but maybe he doesn't. They just they sync up in that way.
Yeah, but Sensei Johnny is a great man.
He is.
Oh, where are you at? Yeah. Oh, see you. Oh, man. How great was the back and forth between Johnny and Sam? Like, he broke her down pretty good, and then right when you think Sam was going to win the snark contest, Johnny, like, hits her with one last power verbal jab that, like, shuts her up. I was like, Johnny for the win.
Yeah, like, that was pretty great.
I basically thought she was going to get the better of him and he was going to go slinking off. I should have known better. Sick Johnny's always got one more.
No, and that like brings the whole point of the show where he's like, hey, doesn't matter. Like you can say all this shit about me you want, but I'm happy. Are you? Like, can you say the same thing?
Exactly. That was amazing.
And that's like calls back to the dinner where she's unhappy with her dad's plan for her. And then that's ultimately in that, like, her dad ends up pushing her over the edge at near the end of the episode or in a couple minutes by saying, you have to do what I'm telling you to. And Johnny's saying, all you do is what you're told. So are you ever going to be happy that way?
That was the perfect timing. Like, that needed to happen just in that sequence. That was amazing. Hey, what was up with Kyler hitting on Tori? Or was he hitting on Tori there? Asking if, like, she wanted to go stand in line with him and saying some Yeezys would look good on her?
Oh, yeah.
But my man's Kyler's trying to get in on Tori with a Y, it seems like.
Dude, he's funny. How he talks is funny to me. I don't know.
Just another little rich kid. And as the kids leave, Terry enters, and he tries to yell at Kreese for messing with his head. But the fact that he's there basically shows he's already made up his mind, right?
Right. And Kreese knows that.
No, he knew the second he heard his voice walking through the door. He's like, yep, gotcha. And then Kenny left. Go ahead.
This is one, like, the scene where I really noticed, like, Kreese always stands like this. He's always fucking standing like that. And this is the scene where I'm like, damn, I think every time he's not moving, he's standing like this.
That's Kreese pose. That is just classic Kreese pose.
I was like, God, he's always doing it. It must be coming. Maybe like he's used to putting his hands in his pocket, but you don't have no pockets. I don't know.
Gives him something to do. But yeah, that's classic Crease pose. And then Kenny left in such haste that he left his backpack, so Robbie brought it back to him. And Robbie tries to explain that he doesn't really have the time to teach a rookie right now. But when Kenny receives a video of him getting bullied, Robbie can't resist finding a way to at least help out a little bit.
Right. And that makes Robbie like a better person. Like, obviously, in my book, I'm like, all right, like, at least help the kid out. But the scene still weirded me out. Like, the kid was all bummed out. He gets like a freaking text message. I don't know you. I'm not handing over my phone. Screw you.
Oh, he knew Robbie was there to help, and he knew that deep down that would be the thing that might push Robbie over the edge into helping, and it did.
He's like, come on, give it to me. No, my point is not from his point of view. It's like Robbie's point of view. Like, you just are going to tell someone to give you their phone?
Well, he knows, man. He knows the spot that kid's in. Like that kid came specifically looking for him, so he's gonna do what he says. I mean, I don't know.
I just thought it was weird. I'm like, you just met the kid. You're like, hey, give me your phone.
That would be a little awkward. And poor little Kenny has no fighting skills, but he is quick, so Robbie's going to try to work with that. And I don't know, is Kenny right to want to learn to fight? Like, sometimes running away may just work out a little better for his skill set.
No, man. You got everybody should learn to fight a little bit.
Think so?
Can't always run. Right? Like, didn't Daniel get caught up on that fence, and that's why Mr. Miyagi had to come save him? Like, he got caught.
He got caught. You can't run forever, so sooner or later you're going to have to turn and face the music.
Yep.
I mean, everybody should know how to defend themselves, but my God, I mean, that little kid has zero fighting skills. Like, he's just going to get mopped up. It's like sometimes I think it might just be better to run, but I don't know.
Nah, man, he's going to be the best. He's going to be the best. Watch.
I don't know. I'm with Linda right now. I'm feeling sorry for him. Like, poor little guy.
Well, shit, you're going to feel really sorry for him once he becomes a Cobra Kai.
Like, I don't know. Hard to feel sorry for one in the quiver. But Danny plays daddy, and he tries to teach Miguel a few life lessons, and it seemed to actually open Miguel's eyes to a few of life's realities.
Right, and that's what I was talking about at the dinner, where he's like, like, basically, if we can afford it, like, hey, maybe you could help me pay for it.
Yeah.
And dude, he's like, I didn't even go to college. Like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Like, and when I had money, I was irresponsible with it. So, like, don't ask me for, like, figure your own way. Like, you can do it. Don't be begging to your rich friends.
It's funny because I actually hated the whole Daniel, like, circle lesson, and, you know, life comes at you. Sometimes you got to circle, but like, thinking of it like this, I mean, that actually is it. Like, every time Miguel came and he could feel him coming, like, you know, you're rich enough, you could just pay for it. Daniel just circled it and kind of pivoted up. I actually like it for that because I was hating that lesson, and especially the way they used it later. But yeah, it's funny. We're on the same page. Then I'm feeling like Miguel was kind of hinting towards Daniel to pick up the tab on the college tuition. It's like, I don't know, at the dinner and the garage, it's like, hey, man, you know how expensive that is? You got to learn to pay your own way, son.
Yeah, you don't have you want to get there, but do you have to do it right now? Like, there's ways to do it.
Exactly. The path might be in a circle still. And speaking of later, Sam gets a call from Daddy just at the right time, like we were talking about, and that mixed with a few last verbal jabs from Johnny makes her drop the bag and take off running towards the ledge. And I got to be honest, like, I totally thought she was going to come up short and like totally blow a knee or something.
Nah, man, she's awesome. She made it.
You thought she was going to make it the whole time? Because I literally thought she was going to come up short and mess herself up.
Ever since they were kind of arguing, I'm like, oh, she's going to eventually jump, and like, that's going to be it. And like, once that kind of, he put that jab in there, like, I'm happy, like, you know, you're just in the back seat, whatever.
Just stay in the back seat. That was a good one.
Like, I figured that's what it is. Like, you could see it in the, you know, in the dinner, and he pointed out there. I didn't know it was like a text message coming in from her dad, like, hey, and what a dick of Daniel to basically say, don't do the training. Like, that's what he said, essentially. Like,
yeah, he didn't say that. He says, I know Johnny, and don't put yourself in danger because you might be up on a roof right now having him telling you to jump. So don't. Like, I'm kind of with Daniel on that.
No, he knew. He had him walking over coals, climbing chain, getting in a fight with fucking hockey players. He knows what Eagle Fang is, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying, okay, yeah, we can do this teamwork thing together, except for you, we can only go so far on we can do 100% of my training and 20% of yours. No, that's not how it works. So you agreed to do this thing, you do it all the way. Don't tell your body, don't fully listen.
It's different when it comes to your kid and your daughter's up on a roof and he's telling him to jump with 2 dirty ass mattresses down there to break the fall.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't you agree to the thing? Don't text. If you have a problem with it, confront Johnny. Say, hey, I want to know what your lesson's going to be. And then if he doesn't do it, say, okay, we can't do this because I'm not putting my daughter in that situation. Right?
Yeah.
But you say, okay, this is how it is. Like, we kind of do a joking thing. Like, hey, seriously, don't hurt her. And he's like, I know these fucking kids. They can make the jump. So they're going to make the jump. Like, I ain't worried about it. Like, they just have to believe they can do it.
You think little Nate could have made that jump even no matter how hard he believed? Yep. The little legs weren't taking him across that gap.
Yeah, they were. Dimitri's the only one ain't making it. But he knew he wasn't going to jump anyway.
You got Jake over here singing the theme song. Yeah. Oh, if you're dating your daughter, you don't like that. That's good. That's
what? Nah, I got a daughter. She has a boyfriend. I don't care about him. I play Fortnite with him and I talk shit to him. Like that's what happened. Like I'll hop on her Fortnite and then beat him and kill him a bunch and be like, hey, you guys suck. And then I'll talk about his friend and I'll be like, and like he has like his name is like Sweaty or whatever. And I'm like, hey, Sweaty would have killed me right there. You suck. Maybe I should have my daughter date him.
Oh, going for the deep cut.
Everybody's like, Dad, your dad talks shit.
Jake says she thought she was going to do a flip across the gap. I don't know about that. Like I said, the way they filmed it, I thought sure she was coming up short. Oh, none of those will get you killed. Johnny might. He's a touch of crazy, but yeah, I don't know. You could have died. You fall and land on your neck from that height. Game over. That was 14 Nates. But hypocrisy always butts in. Absolutely. He says, no, the miners can't jump the buildings.
They did.
One did. The most talented and athletic of all of them. Oh, yeah. He said, I am very mean to my niece's boyfriends. You guys got to leave them little kids alone. Going Terry Silver on them.
I don't even care. I just mess with them.
But speaking of Terry, like I said, is he just a total mental case? Like he takes medicine, he's ignoring his woman, he's destroying expensive paintings. His chef earlier asked if he should call the doctor. Like that's something that he often has to do. Like, is he literally just a mental case?
Right. That's what I think.
I think that's gonna play a factor before the end of this season. It's gonna be something not good. Well, all the people who usually root for the villain out there just let out a chill because, like, when Terry reached down, or a cheer, because when Terry reached down and grabbed that hair tie and put it on, like, you could just hear the Cam Newton voice going off inside his head. Back. Oh, God. I was just like, yep, here we go. And then Johnny makes it home with his own words ringing in his head, and he decides enough's enough. It's time to make it official with Carmen. Miss Diaz, if you're nasty.
Right, like don't talk about it, be about it.
Absolutely, listen to your own words. It was funny how Johnny was saying to all of her all the things that he was practicing on the kids earlier. Like she had no idea, but it was just funny. Like she just thinks that's how Johnny talks. But I don't know. I like that little twist.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it calls back, and then he's all, I don't know. Did they get all that? Do you want to translate? I was just dying.
Yeah, they got it.
Such an ass, but just so pure.
And then like. He was like, hey, I said I was going to do it in front of them. I don't care if they watch. Now I'm going to did you want to translate? Like, I'll give you time to translate. I said they could watch.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, it was amazing. I was crying. And then Kenny comes back for another shot, and Kreese says he doesn't have the time. Like, shouldn't the fact that this little guy just had the guts to show back up be proof enough that if nothing else, he is brave and, he should be brave enough for you? Like, the fact that you walked back through that door should have been enough, shouldn't it?
No. Like, not really. Like, there will be people. It's like in the Army. There are people who join the Army knowing what that is, but still won't have the ability to, like, could never shoot someone. So in the moment, they can't do the thing. So that's what Kreese's thing is like, hey, in the moment, you need to be able to do what you have to do. It's easy to build up your confidence and step in here. Now, what happens when you get here?
I guess, but I mean, before you get there, you got to get through the door before anything can happen. And after
Yeah,
being
but that ain't enough.
time, oh, that's I don't know, that's crazy. Speaking of crazy, yep, Terry wanted to move on, but you're right. Silver has always been crazy. Like the fact that he came in and was battling this teenage, like high school kid for what? Like, yeah, he's nuts. Terry was guilted into doing Kreese's bidding for life. Yep, exactly. He keeps hearing those words ringing in his head. They wouldn't have been bullied if they had known who his big brother was. Yeah, if Kenny's brother was out, he definitely would not be pulling that crap. Kenny's brother would be handling it. Bada boom. Boom. How you like me now? Isn't it fitting that the move that gets Kreese to like accept Kenny was a cheap shot?
Right. That's the best.
Dude, I was like, it takes a cheap shot for Kreese to be like, all right, you're one of my kind. I was like, good God,
man. that was funny to me. Like, yep. All right. At least he'll do it. Whatever.
And then, like I was saying, I didn't really like the Daniel's circle lesson. I mean, really, if those kids got in the water working in a circle, making the fish go under the board, they would have never been able to grab one. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like the use of that lesson that much. They should have done.
But you don't think that would work?
No.
It does work. They do that.
No, I know they do it, but I'm saying if it really went under the board, it would have swam all the way under. It's like they wouldn't even been able to grab it.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like people actually do it that way.
Well, circle it up and then grab them.
Circle around koi to catch them, rather so it's less stressful on them.
Well, I mean, I get that, but not these kids with short ass arms that wouldn't even been able to reach all the way under that board or whatever. I'm like, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. But who knows?
Because they're expensive.
I think they should. Yeah, I know, right? They should have just like centered on Miguel more, learning about that circle and how Daniel kept circling to like avoid him wanting to ask for money. Crazy. Like, I'll fix your mama's car. Like, that's a pretty big deal in itself. But you want me to send you to school? You out your mind. You know how expensive that is?
Right.
That's crazy. So Johnny and Miyagi-Do show up for day 2 of training, and Johnny sees Daniel give Miguel like a Miyagi-Do do-rag, and Johnny was none too pleased about it. You think he's going to retaliate by getting closer to Daniel's best student and driving a wedge between Sam and her dad?
No, because that would be the adult passive-aggressive thing to do, and that is not Johnny. He's going to throw a fit, I think, and like go overboard.
I don't know. Sam's been kind of side-eyeing Danny all episode. Like, I don't know. I think little Sammy's about to rebel on Papa San.
I don't know. I just don't think that's the way that he goes about it.
What do you think he's going to do?
Get mad.
You think he's just going to get mad and like break up the dojos again?
Yeah, he's probably going to like, I don't know, freak out and then, fuck it all up.
I just, like all that buddy stuff's out the window now. Like, hey, you're trying to take over my best student. You need to pump the brakes on that one. So.
It's it seems like when people, what's going to happen? Okay, I think I got it. I think what's going to happen is it's like where this is like what's happening with my wife and my daughter right now. For a little insight into my life. My daughter is growing up and like doing her own thing, and my wife is like trying to hold on to her, and it's like she wants her to be her baby, but my daughter's growing up. Like, that's not it. And so the harder she like tries to hold on, the more problems she creates that pushes my daughter further away.
That's just life. Yeah, exactly. You're trying to hold on to the little baby, and the little baby's trying to push off and be more independent every single day. And that's just everyday parental life.
I think that's what's going to happen if they're like any set of realism in the show.
And I do too. I think she's going to pull away, and then when she pulls away, she's going to need somebody there, and that somebody's going to be Johnny, and she's going to learn like, wow, I do need to get out of the back seat, and she's going to start learning some more of the Eagle Fang way, and that's going to drive Daniel nuts, and it's just going to be a thing. Like the same.
I was talking about Johnny and
Miguel.
Miguel, that's what's going to happen. It's going to like push them apart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it is, but yeah, and like I said, everything on one side has to do with the other. So it's like when that happens there, it's got to happen with Sam. I mean, the exact same way, kind of. I think.
Right.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting, but yeah, I'm all in. I mean, I was loving this. Seemed like a long episode too. Like it was only 10 extra minutes, but
right,
it was like a long one, and it just packed so much in. Oh my god! I even had to hit the thing like, how much time is left on this one? Because I was tripping. I was like, dude,
that's like my daughter. My daughter does that shit. I'm like, who cares how long?
Just enjoy it.
How much time is left? Just
I know you're like loving it. You don't want it to end, but you can't help yourself. You're like, do I have 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes? Is it over in 30 seconds? Like, oh, what's going on? I got to do that a lot. It's awful. It's amazing. Oh man, so that was the episode. I was absolutely loving it. Got just a couple trivia questions. See if anybody out there remembers what happened in it. I'm gonna ask them if you know the answers. Write them in the chat box. If you're watching later, write them in the comments down below. But let's see if we can remember anything about the show. What did Daniel ask Johnny to take off the stove?
I don't know, the green stuff.
You know what it was?
Nah.
Feel it. You know that answer right in the chat box. What did Johnny ask Anthony if he switched over to? I know you know this answer.
Whopper Juniors.
Oh, it's amazing. What college did Miguel say he wanted to go to?
Stanford.
Exactly. What is Terry's girlfriend? What's Terry Silver's girlfriend's name?
Yeah, there's the ones that I'll never know that one.
What flavor Gatorade did Mitch say he would pick if he catches the fish first?
I forget what it's called. It's the white one, I believe. Like that's what it is. Arctic Ice or some shit.
Close, very close. Tough to beat that first season, but it was real good. Oh man, I'm like the last 2 episodes. I'm loving this season so far. It's amazing. The first season, of course, because we didn't know what was coming, but I'm loving this so far. It's just.
Is it Arctic Cooler?
It is not. That's incorrect.
What is it called?
It is. It's on those. It's on those lines.
Yeah.
What's Kenny's last name?
Arctic Freeze. I don't know.
Oh, you're so.
Kenny's last name? I don't
know. If you and Jake could put it together, you guys would have it.
Arctic Blast. Gotcha.
No, that's not it. But
dang it.
The other way.
Glacier Freeze.
There it is.
Something like that. I knew it's the white one. That's all I know.
That's awesome. He said, "Feel it." Oh man. So yeah, what's Kenny's last name?
No idea.
How fast did Johnny say an eagle dives down to snatch its prey?
Well, this is one I should actually know, but I don't know. But even if I knew it, like in real life, he probably didn't even say the right answer.
Oh, of course he didn't. No, he did not say the right answer, but it's a total Johnnyism. Fantastic. What did Kenny's brother do to get an extra month added onto his sentence? For the final question.
Spit in the guard's face, or spit on a guard.
Spit in the guard's face.
Hoped it was the one in the computer lab.
That is incorrect, Jake Cruz. Good guess, but incorrect.
I thought 200 miles per hour too, but I don't know.
Close, but no cigar. Oh man, that was awesome. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this one. He exceeded terminal velocity. Yeah, there's no practicality to it whatsoever. Just a total Johnnyism. I was loving it. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Absolutely loving the Cobra Kai. I can't wait to get on to the next one and see where it goes from here. Man, episode 4 coming next Wednesday. Hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here until we see you later. Until we see you next time. Be easy, everybody.